West, y'all.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the EOT podcast, the EOTC, the Empty Out the Clip podcast. My name is Cams, right here in the heart of West Auckland. I'm here with the brothers, Lady, Ave, all the way from Brisbane. What's up, bro?
What's up, man?
Mr. International.
Looks, you're on the umbrellas. Is it raining over there?
No, I'm under a gazebo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just block out the sun.
Yeah. No, it's because it was raining. I think because we had my brother-in-law's 40th last weekend. We still haven't taken it down.
Oh, yeah. Nah, sweet as.
Yeah.
Okay, boys, some shout-outs. Let's start with you, Ars.
Just the normal shout out to all the peeps commenting, love hiding my reels and that. Really inspirational. Shout out to my mate Alex, who I worked with last night. Bro, had a mean ass, crazy ass shift. Yeah, been clocking in the hours. Got some goals. Hopefully get a car this week. So yeah, been clocking in the hours, boys.
Venus. I've got a small semi list of shout outs, man. My shout outs to my bro Dion. Caught up with him during the week. This week it was good to see the also. He's doing well. I saw him twice in the same week, man. So saw him out at his place over the shore, then I saw him at the cemetery. Another shout out to my Doko Sonny and to his son Cartel. Performed at the Polyfest for the Tongan group. Yeah, first time he's been on Polyfest. Good on him, man. Actually gonna probably try and find the live footage of the streaming footage of the Tongan Evandale group.
Yeah.
Another shout out to my daughter Lauren and the Evandale Samoan group took first place overall. So it's funny, man. My Leos, because I said to her, I was like, you probably heard me sound like an guy last week. I said, you know, the amount of hours they're putting in for a 20-minute set. You know, I'm talking about like these are long practices, man. Like, you know.
Yeah. But
I suppose I had to eat my words, because I didn't go and watch her. I didn't go physically and watch her. It was raining. My son didn't want to go out, but I went out. I didn't go out, but I watched it on the TV here and got teary eyes, you know, just proud.
Yeah.
You know, like I saw a few performances and I sort of felt like Carson took out the boys stage, but I saw Dilworth men performing. I saw them performing. I thought, fuck, man, that's good, eh? So if they don't like take out some of these overall standings, then something's wrong with the judging. But surprisingly, they did really well, but they didn't win overall. But shout outs to Yasa and me and the boys at Custon. Back to back, man, from 2018, they haven't come off the gas. I think the only time they didn't perform was when the COVID hit and they went there. There was no Polyfest. Another one's to all the parents, say, like, it must be real, all those involved with Polyfest as well. Like, I've seen like a lot of parents, from first time parents, they were probably getting like told off from, you know, the regular parents. They go and stand up at the front because, you know, people can't see at the back, right? But because it started raining, people were like standing in front of the Romakuas and the kids, you know, with the umbrellas, and they couldn't see. But apparently there was a guy who was yelling at everyone standing up, but he wasn't part of the organization. He was like, just, you know, think for other people can't see behind you, man. But it's good to see, like, you know, the Samoans respectfully like yelling at each other. But I think the championship has to go to the Fafinge. The girls were saying when they saw White Tech perform, so shout out to Nevaeh, Lawrence, make sure to go both for White Tech. And White Tech were awesome this year, man. I remember watching them last year and then watching them again this year. But my kids were saying that there was a lady, she's pretty gangster. She must be from West Auckland also, because this guy was telling her to sit down and she had the nerve to just move her umbrella like she was coming out of the bushes, hold her thing steady while she's standing up, did the big roll her eyes back at that guy and didn't move it. So I'm like, her husband must be a gang member or Leo, because he was like, not having it. Yeah, so that's West for you, man. And the last one's to the Yash. I think I caught up with him maybe Thursday or Friday. Thursday, came in for a cut. He's supposed to be going on holiday with his wife and kids. Yeah, so when he was telling me, I was like, my head was already down. Like, oh, man, what are you going on holiday for? Because I want to be going on a holiday as well, eh? But yeah, that's my shout outs.
Wait, hold on. So who So how did the categories go? Who won? So is there an overall winner for the Samoan stage? Who? So how does that go? Is it still boys or co-ed?
Yeah, so they had co-ed, boys and girls, but then apparently there was non-comp. Man, there was some really, really good performances, but the way they score the boys in the co-eds is slightly different because of the Maulu'ulu and the Whatau
Yeah.
Pati. But man, I think it's time to merge the scoring. If they give a scoring for the Whatau Pati, give it the same scoring you'd give it out of 20 with the Maulu'ulu, man. Because if you put Evandale next to like some other schools, like the boys section, you might be like, oh man, like their performance is better than their performance. But they get to choose what categories they want to enter. But those overall scoring will give you a first, second, or third. But because the more you score in the top three, the higher your overall score is going to be. So Caston cleaned up, bro. It was like landslide, to be honest. But to be honest, I think Dilworth got robbed in a couple of sections. But then when I watched it back, I can see like how the judges sort of must have felt like, oh, it's not to the theme or. But yeah, crack up when you see the comments saying the comment sections on YouTube. There's been every one of these judge and this is the first time like a school like Dilworth, like, because that's the richest school in the country, right?
Yeah.
So just because they're full of islanders doesn't mean like, hey, they know any more Pasifika than these West Auckland schools or these.
Yeah.
Because West was out representing this year, man. They're a group from Rutherford this year. Rutherford, Whitesack, Liston, Kelston, and Henderson. They were representing. So
Wow.
they might say, oh, South Auckland's that's where all the Pacificas are, bro. Nah,
Yeah.
no way. I think if some of these groups had gone comp this year, there would have been a difference in overall standings, I reckon. But yeah, what do I know? I'm just a guy just sitting at home watching the television next to.
But it brings back memories. We using the poly groups back in the days.
Yeah, wasted time,
Back in
mate. Wasted
school.
time.
I think I went to their practice.
Oh,
Some
yeah.
practices, but I didn't go to I didn't finish it. I didn't go.
Well, okay, because I remember I was in the two Samoan groups, but you know what was so funny? Like I found out years later that we were in the non-comp. But to me, like I was actually thinking, like like we were in the comp, and like I didn't know that there was a non-comp and like a comp section or whatever.
Yeah.
But man, I performed my heart out, man.
Oh,
For those two
right.
years, bro, I didn't even know it was non-comp.
Then there was the year that I joined, and you were there. I think that was the year you guys got on to Moana Ripley's video, really?
Oh yeah,
On her music
yeah,
clip. Huh?
bro. I was performing my heart out, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway, anyways,
You guys probably would have scored those. I mean, Yasa goes to your old church, bro, and that dude's from the hood, man. Like, so for
yeah,
him to be scoring and he's taking Caston, that says a lot. And it says a lot about West Auckland, man. So,
yeah, hard.
man, that's an amazing feat, man. He's the youngest guy to ever win it, and he's the only guy to win it back to back, like twice. But he's actually won it like 4 times in a row, man. I don't think anyone's gonna
Wow.
ever beat that, eh? So, yeah, the Caston
Oh,
Polyfest
yeah,
cabinet
yes,
looks
sir,
pretty
bro.
good, eh? And
I
yeah, they can do
remember
that
back
of
then.
good jobs as well.
It was all like Macaulay, like eggs. They were the big names, whatever, and De La Salle. They were like the big names back then when I was at school. Oh, and Liston were up there too. Liston was up there. I think they won it a couple of years. Or the time I was at school. Yeah. Anyway, good memory lane there.
Sure, boys. Nah, it's good that you brought the Polyfest up since it was on this weekend, right? So yeah, it's good to bring that up on the podcast. For me, just a normal shout out to all the listeners of the Westies Network, especially the listeners of the EOTC MT the Clip podcast. You can listen to us every week. If if you got, it's a good drive to work. You just flick it on in the car. But nah, man, if you guys want more content, you can go down to our MT the Clip Facebook page. It's a private page, so you gotta answer the 3 questions, and then security will let you in. It's your chance to just throw up some articles and throw up some comments, so we can talk about it on the podcast. All right, boys, let's get into how's your week been. Start with you, Abs.
Yeah, work. I had like three, 3 or 4 days off, and then I basically worked in the 2 days, 38 hours.
Mm.
So from Friday night or Friday afternoon, I didn't finish till yesterday at 8, and then I started again last night at 4, and then I didn't finish till 8 this morning. So it's like 36 hours. So which is cool because I get to train, I get to do whatever I need to do, like from Monday to Thursday, and then from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I just work the hours with a little break in between. So yeah, I went to the gym. Glad I went back to the gym, paid my arrears, back at it again. Went and play some ball. Yeah, just being active. It's good. It's good for me because I just love training. I love getting out there and active. Makes you feel better. Mental clarity. Good for your
Have,
mental headspace.
have you found the gym like our old gym back home, Westside Fitness? Have you found the gym similar to that?
Nah, no. There's this CrossFit gym. My brother-in-law and my nephews and niece go to. It's CrossFit gym. Yeah, but I need a Well, that's why I'm trying to get my own car so I can go out there because it's a bit of a drive. It's about a 20-minute drive that way. I don't even know where it is, but yeah, yeah. But yeah, I got some plans. Definitely get a car. Then I'm already looking at a house, some places. Yeah, around here, around Ipswich. Yeah, it's a good week. It's positive week. How about you? Let's how's your week?
I've been sick, eh? Been at home
Oh,
sick, man. The cold sweats.
Matty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably. Yeah, I've been carrying on like normal though, but I can feel it when I get up, like sore knees, like the body, their bed sore. Like I've been training but I haven't done jack shit all week.
yeah.
It's like just yeah. But I thought it was in my head. I thought it was in my head, but I didn't realize until I shout out to my wife, man. So we had our wedding anniversary on was it Friday, Friday. Yeah, on Friday.
Nice.
But yeah, so I hadn't left the house really to go anywhere apart from go out and see Dion. But yeah, I just felt like when I was walking to go get some stuff, I was like, man, yeah, I'm really crocky because I'm like struggling to breathe. Like it was like
Yeah.
just block nose and stuff.
How many years?
16 years married, man. 16 years
Rah.
married. Yeah, still got a beautiful
Congratulations
wife.
also.
So I wanted to while I could have them while I had the malosi, I actually got up and walked out of the house, man. I was gonna do those ones, telling the kids to go get it, but I was like, nah, I should go get it myself. But meanwhile, so you go to Henderson, you can't find a park, and you just gotta meet around that block like
Oh,
I'm not gonna fall out of
Westfield.
the sky. But finding a park and I had to walk, man. I was like, yes, bro, because by that time I'm like already in my heart sweats, like shit. I'm like I can feel that I'm not. I'm like well. But
Yeah.
ended up getting me and my wife a new bed set, like a mink blanket and a nice cool blanket. So it was
Oh,
good. It's a nice looking one too, eh? Got the color blue for the bed.
did you go out for dinner or anything?
Nows, man.
Or just cook it at home?
One of my kids pissed me off, eh? One of my kids got under my skin, man. That's why I say, man, no, you let your kids test you, man. But I don't know, bro. It's like I give up. I give up on because I might see something and it might sound harsher than what I meant at the time, and then later feel bad. But so I went outside and I got the sapelo, started cutting down all these aloe plants I got down the side of my house, man. And my wife has dropped my daughter off to Evandale because they had a living, so they didn't perform on Friday. They had a living on Friday, and then they had Polyfest on Saturday morning. By the time she got back, she was like, "Is that us?" I was too mad. I was like, man, my blood pressure was like through the roof. Eh?
Sunday.
So like, even my wife couldn't. Like, she was like, "Come, we'll go." I'm like, "Nah, fuck, I don't want to go." Too mad because the kids would have to come with us if we're gonna go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just said, "Oh, nah, I'm good." But nah, lucky we did the food review, and me and Sonny went to that place in Henderson, got the L&L barbecue. So yeah, my wife ended up Ubering something from Slate. She always gets the roti rolls from up at Slate, and then she got a chicken burger. I think it was for one of the kids. I ended up just getting like the barbecue meal from the L&L in Henderson. But yeah, man, that's good, bro. Like, shucks. To me, it's the closest you can get to Hawaiian barbecues. Like, and I've been to Hawaii to have it. So I remember, when we went to Hawaii for our 10th anniversary, I was like Googled where's the nearest L&L barbecue, and there was one in Ala Moana, not far from the mall, and there's like the empty ass park, and it looks like an abandoned toilet, but it's an actual L&L barbecue place. It was like maybe 500 meters from the beach, man. So I remember seeing it. I was like, "Oh, that's a long walk." So I was, and but when I got it, it was like, "Fuck, the food was on me." And I was like, "Oh, it's close to. It's got the taste, the chicken and the ribeye, but it's a lot bigger. The portion's a lot bigger." But yeah,
I need to taste that, man. Hawaiian barbecue.
Dorios, you
I
can
saw.
save your money and we can go.
Yeah, I know. I saw him when my brother and his wife went a few years back. He just sent like those supper plates or whatever, bro. But the barbecue, it just looked yum, man. You've been to Hawaii camps?
Yeah, I think is that the place that's on the beach?
It's on
Like
the
it's a little
beach.
shack.
The little shack.
It looks like a toilet, yeah.
It looks like like.
And you can eat outside in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've been there, but I can't remember what I was. I don't think it's called L&L when I went, or something else. Was it changed?
Okay. Nah, and then I had a few haircuts yesterday. And try to get out and do some work here, but just man, like the gaslight's empty. But nah, shout outs to actually that's what I did yesterday. Shout outs to Mark Molia and familiar with their business, man. They opened up a new car grooming service down here in Caston. I went and supported. Also took my truck in and got it cleaned. Probably the first time I ever cleaned it since I got my truck about 7 years ago. So I got a real detailed clean on today. Worth the money. It was good time to catch up with my also Albie as well. Sort of my childhood primary school mates. It was good too because when I caught up with Albie, we were doing like a 5-year like reflection, and I said because we would usually email each other, we catch up for lunch, we let time pass, and then we catch up. And it's funny because he's done everything on their 5-year list. I've done everything on their 5-year list as well, and we both found each other doing the same thing, man. He chucked in his job, I chucked in my job. It was like he's just had a kid about a year and a half ago, or 2 years ago. So now that I feel like I'm having my kid, it's like, man, it's time to catch up. And I got to see Uncle Lene as well. But no, bro, it's just been suck. I hate it because I saw the time and I fell into a deep sleep. When I messaged, I thought I was seeing things. I was like, oh yeah, it's 1 o'clock. Then I had another look. Oh, 8? No, shit. The time's actually 4 o'clock now. So yeah, I'm having those sleeps because I haven't been able to sleep at night because it's been hot.
Yeah.
But now, shout outs to Chris Luxons for not showing up to Pasifika for the first Prime Minister to not ever do so in the last 39 years. So good on that, Foster. And then shout out to Sai and Tara, man. Loving the footage, and thanks for taking the question that I posted on Empty Out the Clip. Well heated debate.
Yeah.
Sure, we can add some more to that.
Yeah. So, boys, what I do this week, man, there was a time at work that happened on the Tuesday night at the end of the day at work. Something happened at work where something went wrong. Where there was a problem that needed to be sorted out, right? But I couldn't sort it out because no one was around, or no one, not at work, but people at that time wouldn't be there to work to sort it out,
Okay.
like other people. So
you had to take it on yourself.
Yeah, but in order for me to do that, I needed to talk to other people.
Oh, I see.
But because it was like 4:30, 5 o'clock, everyone was gone home, right?
No one was there, yeah.
So, man, this hung over my head the whole night and the next day.
Oh,
I was
wait,
like,
you just left it.
no, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything until I talked to someone, right? So I can only do that till the next day, like in the morning. You know, and then just to confirm if it was something wrong or not, you know. And all they had to say was that there's nothing wrong, or bro, there's a problem, you know.
Oh, hey.
Those are the two answers I needed.
You don't have a friend or an upline you call when stuff like that.
Yeah, like at that time
What do you call your boss?
I look at it like this, man. That's why they get paid. Why they get paid to answer the call.
Yeah, the hard one. Yeah.
So you just leave. You leave the office and you be like, "At least you maybe poorly, eh?"
But at the same time, I'm thinking, okay, this is a problem I can solve by myself. But I just need some advice from someone, not my job, but someone outside.
Oh, okay.
I needed that okay to say yes or no, you know, but I couldn't get it that time, so I had to wait till the next day. But man, the stress, the anxiety I had that whole day, the whole night, like thinking the worst, you know.
Damn.
Fuck that, you know. Maybe if I
Who was the last one to leave work? Those ones, eh?
But nah, man, I was just thinking, man, too old for this shit, eh? Like,
Yeah.
this anxiety, you know, wow, for something that, you know, what's the worst that can happen? You know, the worst, even though it won't happen, but the worst that could happen, like, I could get fired, right? But fuck, it's not even my love, you know, so I'll be all right. Like Bob Marley said, man, it's all right.
What was the issue?
Oh, it's just some of the thing they had to do.
See,
But
so you see how you're reacting there, like
Yeah.
cool, like. So in that time you were like that, like you should have thought, like you should think, like you know, like it's gonna pass, everything's gonna be okay, you know, because
Yeah, I
you're
know.
stressing yourself out, you
I
know.
stressed myself out, but the reason why I'm okay now, because when I got the answer in the morning, the answer was, no, it's cool. You can't, no,
What?
it's not even,
Oh,
you know, I was
man.
thinking the wrong thing, man.
Yeah.
You think? Oh, okay.
You know, my mind was, you know,
Next
the answer
time,
I got was, no, that's not a problem. That's all good. That's the
next
answer I
time,
got.
you just have to go wash your hands, wash your face, go and have a look at it again. Sit down, take a deep breath. Moyo maka
Yeah.
kilo, yes. So, you know, it's not the end of the world. The sun will rise again.
Yeah, man.
Don't sweat the small stuff, man.
Every little thing's gonna be all right. That's
Yeah,
what Bob Marley
yes.
said, man.
Yep.
Yeah, so that happened. No, man, just that. Just work, normal shit. I had no back 135 this week. I actually got a guest that postponed another 2 weeks. So yeah, man, I gotta get my acting together and get some guests on. I haven't had my calendar's is clear. My calendar is clear for back 135. So yeah, but no, man, just started the article. I put the article up for the next mag on the Westies Sports.
Yo.
There's that one, but the next one coming out in 2 weeks' time. Started that, so I got a new cover and a new article in there. Just got to do some more. Hopefully, I won't do the same as last time and leave it to last minute. I'll finish it before. I'll give a few days before it's time to print. So yeah, man, it's all good. Sweet boys, let's move on to our topic. So I want to start with the one that I posted up first, beginning of last week, I think on Monday. So there was a survey done in New Zealand about what suburb in New Zealand drinks the most alcohol, right? So in the article they just put down the towns they thought that was interesting. So they put West Auckland and South Auckland in there, but they put the suburbs that do drink the most alcohol in New Zealand are Queenstown, Dunedin, Wairua, and Palmerston North, right? They drink about up to 16 milligrams because what they do, they test the alcohol in the
water,
in the sewers.
Yeah.
You know, the alcohol content. So these suburbs go up to 16 mils or whatever it is. 16, so it's like 14, 15, 16, right? They tested West Auckland and South Auckland. We only come up to 5 or 6. I think it's 6.4 for West Auckland, 6.3 for South Auckland. So we're nowhere near halfway what these other suburbs are drinking. And then it was interesting because there was in the article there was I think a Pasifika spokesperson saying that this is good for the stereotypes. You know, they say Islanders drink Islanders and
Yeah.
Pasifika and Māori drink more alcohol than anyone else. But there's the evidence right there. You know, like the most concentrated Islanders are in South Auckland and West Auckland compared to what's in Dunedin. You know, and these places that they mention, which have twice or more as much drink alcohol. But the other thing is when I looked it up on Google, the populations of these places.
Oh, the fact check of the guy.
So West Auckland, we've got about 300,000 people living in West Auckland. We've got about 300,000 people living in South Auckland. There's more in South Auckland. But in these other cities like Dunedin, it's not even near. It's not even near that much. It's not even up to 100,000 in some of these places. So you can just see how much alcohol they drink. You know, they drink more than the population of West Auckland and South Auckland. You know, so
that's an interesting fact.
Yeah. Your thoughts, boys? I know you probably drink as much or back in the days.
Oh, you this?
Oh, I've never ever seen alcohol as a necessity or a staple. Say like even now, like it has to be good. Has to be great company to make you want to drink. But like, I think we're not like we're not spoiled for choice out west. It's expensive out west. I mean, through lockdown, remember they made the liquor store one of those essential stores to be open. I think that would have been the only time like people were drinking, but even then it wasn't attractive. You know, it was like, oh, shit, you got to line up, you got to present your address and stuff like that. I think in South Auckland, bro, you can go on every liquor corner. Like, for a real example, every liquor corner, man, every liquor store is on every bloody block of shops.
Yeah.
And it's competitive now, but slowly the prices of their RTDs are coming up. Their beer's still expensive. I think for Pasifika, I don't know how much of like the drinking culture is bad, man, because like there's probably more kava clubs now these days than there is drinking circles, you know. And it's probably evident too in like the footy clubs as well, like the league clubs. It's not packed after the games, you know what I mean? And we've heard guys come in and talk about like if there's no home games, there's no people down at the clubs, so the clubs are empty. So if there's no one in the club rooms, there's no one drinking beer. They're all at home having a nice dinner and a cozy rest of the weekend. Yeah, but I've never thought like alcohol was a must. As I've gotten older, it's made me realize how long recovery can take and some of the stupid things some of your mates get up to, you know, when they're drunk. You don't want to be that guy. Oh, yeah, the main one, I'm gout. Yeah, the G.
My thoughts on that. They could got you know how if they say that they test the sewage or the sewer, the waters in there. I think they might have calculated it wrong because who do you know? Like obviously, Paolangis, and then there's the Islanders and you know the Māori people, right? If you're at a house party, like who goes and uses the toilets? Like everyone gets up and just uses the French.
Bro, you just make a break in Discovery Ooze.
That calculation is way off.
Oh my
Because
god!
I definitely don't use the toilet. You know, I didn't just find the back of the house.
What university did this testing? It sounded falafel, man.
Yeah, it's man, straight off the bat. I'm like, they need to Paolangis use the toilet, man. All the Islanders just get up and like, I'll just go back to the house.
On the garage on someone's tire at the back of the
That's straight off the bat, bro.
So silly, you know, you think of how much piss is wasted from that survey. That hasn't been right.
Yeah, 'cause come on, man.
But it makes you question. They've like they did it for tracking COVID, eh? And like if there was new like things of the Delta coming in and that. But like no,
Yeah,
I was right, man. Like how much of that is legit? Because bro, I bet you go anywhere in the country and they're like you get to a house party and they're like, oh yeah, bro, yeah, we off to you guys. Oh, let's go use the toilet. Get fuck off. Go piss by the tree. Like
yeah.
yeah. So whether that's a like a good way of testing it. Mm.
Oh man. Oh, no, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't reckon it's a accurate account of yeah, the testing. But
Nice. Nice.
Mr. Discovery International with the fact checks.
well, you
Nice,
gotta
man.
think, man. Come on, how many drink-offs have we been like you've been
Yeah,
to?
yeah.
Like no one
Mm,
goes to the toilet. Everyone just disappears for like 5 seconds, comes back.
yeah. Do you think it's a case of like the Balinese, they know each other when they go to these parties because they use their whatever party they're at, they use the actual toilet.
Mm.
No,
But with
yeah,
us, it's like we don't want the boys to just run through our house
oh yeah, that there's
every half an
you
hour,
know.
like all the kids are home and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So what are you doing in my bedroom? That's not the toilet. What are your
See,
takes on it, James?
me, I thought okay, I'm gonna admit I didn't think of that take. What you said, so that's really good. That's really good. But I was just, yeah, that Pacifica spokesperson that said on the article, this it's good for the stereotypes of us being drinkers and that, like
Yeah,
because yeah, I think you need evidence to see a perspective,
Mm.
but at the same time
yeah.
you need to know where the evidence comes from too. So after you
Yeah,
said that, I was like, I got nothing to say after that. I don't know.
yeah. How it really goes down
Yeah,
because
yeah.
the majority, everyone just goes and pisses around the back,
Mm,
or the bush.
Mm.
mm. Okay, okay. No, that's good. That's good. Okay, boys. I'll give you this one. You put up a article about the NZR and the Pasifika Advisory Group. We're in the news this week.
Yeah, so shout out to PMN picking up this article, sports article, and it's Tongan community leader Pakilau Manase Lua. He resigned from the New Zealand Rugby League Pacific Advisory Group last night, or just the other night. And that was just like a few months after hearing the NZR Pacifica strategy and like what they intend to do to strengthen the game in the Pacific. So he's sort of like he's well known to the like in most unis with the Pacifica like education in terms of like the dawn rates and that, because I know I've seen him on Panthers and I've seen him on a couple of other things like South Pacifica when they've asked that special guests to come on and give their point of view about Pacifica and where they sit at tables and stuff. So what this guy was talking about is having a true Pacifica sitting at the New Zealand board, their table, in terms of decision making and stuff. Because as an advisor, you can give all the advice you want, right? But at the end of the day, you want to know who's making the decisions.
Yeah,
And just off that interview, but he come out with some pretty tough highlighted words, and like so his words are, they treat us like mindless monkeys. Community leaders furious exit from the NZR group. Like for him to say like mindless monkeys, just to say that I think the people that sit at that table don't believe that us Pacifica deserve a seat there or shouldn't be there, where he's pretty much obviously listened to their plan and he's even spoken about how when he's trying to ask questions, like whether they would suit the Pacifica community or will it suit the Tongan community, he's asked these questions and it's obviously rubbed whoever's in charge the wrong way to the point that he last emailed them, they didn't reply. And so he's like, oh, if they don't want to listen to what we've got to say, and this group is about us, like, we want to seat at the table. The top table, we don't want to be advisors. You know, we want to be part of the decision making. He's taken it upon himself and just been like, oh, you know what? I'm done. So he's walked away, man. And he's a notable figure in the rugby league community. Like, I know that much. So it's big of him to actually come out and say it, and say it how it is. Because that's the voice that's that like we've said in the past, Cams, like, you know, the people, the businesses, he just will decide, oh, we want to take adversity off. So we'll go pick a couple of Pasifika people from the floor, put them on the advisory, but not part of the main management. You know, there'll be middle management, but we'll just leave them there, just hanging about. So when people come in and order us, and we look pretty in that, you know, sort of like hush positions, you know, shut them up so they don't complain. But he's obviously hasn't taken too lightly to it and said, oh, fuck it. They want to be part of this anymore, you know. But it's just good that he's come forth like that. But yeah, you guys care to share on what you think is the norms, like, because it sounds like it's nothing new, eh?
Yeah, it's nothing new. It's nothing new, and it's funny because the struggle for Pasifika representation in rugby union in this country is a long-standing fight, and it started all the way back when Brian Williams and Michael Jones tried to put in a Pasifika team, you know, but always getting the hand, like, nah, well, wait, it's not your time. Wait, it's not your time, you know. You know, so yeah, there's that. And then when finally you see this narrative of diversification in society, diversity, you know, now corporations and people start to take notice of this diversity thing. Oh, well, it's a thing to please the minorities now and make sure that your company is diverse or your corporation is diverse. We'll introduce all these things into our policies to make things more diverse, you know, but underneath all of that, you know, it is about ticking the boxes. I mean, all these corporations get is a sheet with the title at the top, how to be diverse, and there's a list of things, and then there's a box next to it. And if you tick all these boxes, your company is now diverse, you know.
Yeah.
But you wonder what kind of consultation has come about producing an item like that, a diverse sheet like that, you know. Did they come to us? Did they come to the minorities to talk about it? No. Where did they go? They go to the professors at university, the Palangi professors at universities that think they know what diversity is, and they do that. And that's the same sort of thing of what you're saying. They make up this advisory group, wanting us to have a position of something that looks like we're in power, you know, so we can actually have a platform to talk to the real power and say, oh, we think this should happen, and then nothing happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're back at square one.
Yeah.
So what's the point of us being advisory when advice goes nowhere?
It means nothing. Yeah.
You know. So yeah, it's just a sad. It's just a sad thing that's happened. But to tell you the truth, boys, we know. There's no surprise, man. There's no surprise.
Yeah.
There's no surprise, and I'm not sure if this is a case of the NZR just doing as little as possible because of this diversity thing. What do they really need to do? Because in the long run, we don't fall for that shit. We're not dumb. You know, we're not dumb. We're not idiots. You know, but you know, I think that it's good. Like you mentioned before we started recording this, it's good that this happened. It's good that Manase spoke out, because we need people like that to take ownership of what's going on and speak out. Yeah. Because there's a saying like, don't smack the hand that feeds you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's doing the opposite. He is smacking the hand that feeds him. You know, for the better of our community. Now, if I can go into something that one of our experience on the podcast, you know, having people come on the podcast and talk about these things, especially on the Kana Rock when we had Tracy Atinga, she come on, talked about the whole colonial rugby thing.
Yeah.
Like, my take is, this is my take, right? That I said before that for a long time, Brian Williams and Michael Jones have been trying to get Pasifika in the door and seats of power within rugby union in this country. Always getting the backhand from New Zealand Rugby, always getting shafted, and we see that when they had that Pasifika team, the one with
Yeah, the one at
with
CDB and
that.
Wax in that.
Yeah, and then not getting what we want as a true Pasifika rugby team, right? And then next minute along comes a team like colonial, which has all this backing to produce a Pasifika team all by themselves without any help from NZR, without any help from Australia or anyone else, And this scares NZR.
Yeah.
We can't have this. We can't have a Pasifika team come into here and think they can jump into Super Rugby and we're not in control. So, we got this other team. We have Brian Williams. We've got Michael Jones wanting to make a team all this time. We'll just use them. We'll just get them to put in the team. So we have control. So and what are they gonna do? They're gonna accept it because again, you can't slap the hand that feeds you. So yeah, it's politics, and unfortunately, it's part of the game. And I don't know what happens at the end, because if diversity is supposed to, bring us to the table, it's not doing that at the moment. So
Yeah.
Yet the majority of the good players are PI. Hey, of Pacific Island.
Well, I'll touch on something that I just notably saw yesterday. The highlights of the Canterbury and the Blues game, and I'm starting to see it quite often. Like, it's true to form. Like the standout players at the Blues are all Pacifica, man. That's not a secret. But then you see it, like at the end of the game, you see a handful of them praying after the game. That's something that some of the rugby unions, they want to implement into their game. You know what I mean? It's not everyone's cup of tea to do that sort of thing. But you'd think that they would try and cater to the Pacifica players. That way they can give more informed and like suggest to stay at a franchise like Auckland to make our club better. But you don't see it. You just see a handful of guys that went to Ivy League schools that are still here because, they're obviously part of a backing of an Ivy League brother old boys club, because that's their legacy, I'm not going to name the players, but I'm just saying, what else can you see that Super Rugby does, like especially in Auckland? What is it that they do for us Pacifica players to make them want to stay here? Offer them nothing, man. There's nothing on the table for them, because they all it's just that old boys club of board members telling them, well, I'll say it, I'll be the first to say it, man. Look at Akira, in and out of the All Blacks. When he's on, he's on. When he's off, he's off. He's still here, man. There's probably 20 other players that we can choose from in the Auckland club comp, but they don't want to get rid of a guy like that. Belongs to an old club of an Ivy League school, and he's one of the fish from the old boys club, so they'll never get rid of him.
Have you any thoughts on that?
Oh, man, yeah, it's good that guys speak out about. Well, the thing is, like, if what is the NZR, I guess I just don't like the fact that if they've never put on the boots, or if they've never played any sport or rugby, or and they've got the power, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's just maybe all the PI players should make, like I was saying before, boycott, stand up, and maybe that then just imagine this one whole week or round.
Yeah,
If
they're not
no,
playing.
if yeah, right, that will change.
You'd
And
have to
then make
tell
a
the
big,
Trua. You'd have to tell the Trua and the Moana Pasifika team to not play as well. Then
It's funny
yeah,
if they ever do that and want Pacifica stand down. It'll probably show how much of a control NZR has over that team.
yeah,
yeah,
Because it's from the start. I knew it wasn't our team. They can say what they want, like it's a Pacifica
definitely, man.
team,
yeah,
but you can't tell me it's a Pacifica team, but grab some guys, the best players from both years, to go be aligned with the All Blacks. When you've said at the start that this is a team to help the Pacific Islands. So
I think initially it was seen that they were gonna do it like that. Like it's an opportunity, right? But they were more selling the opportunity. It's the opportunity. If you can't make one of those 5 state teams, here's an opportunity if you're one of these descents to go straight into your international heritage team. That's what they made it out to be, eh? Without knowing low key, they're gonna steal a couple of them and keep them for themselves.
that's what it made it out to be in the beginning. Then I don't agree with that. Like I don't think that's enough.
Yeah,
I mean, that Moana Pacifica is a team that ends up without a home. Because to me, they're a team without a home.
yeah.
Who's supporting them? Who's
yeah.
really supporting them? Their home is Mount Smart Stadium, but
That's on Auckland.
but unless you're the Warriors, you're not going to pack that out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like it makes sense for me, and I said this before. It should be a South Auckland team rather than a Moana Pacifica team. They should rebrand it because come on, it is under NZR. It is just it's under NZR.
Yeah.
Just call it South Auckland something, South Auckland Raiders, and have their base there, and then you have a true fan base.
Yeah.
Like the Dolphins and NRL. Like they split Brisbane in half. If you live up in Redcliffe, you support your new team, the Dolphins.
Dolphins. Yeah,
But no, it's. I think this is all about survival and power. NZR has a incentive to make the All Blacks strong, and they have a incentive to keep the way they do business as they do business. Like they're not an entity which owns a competition like the NRL. They're an entity that owns the whole New Zealand rugby, the structure, from club level up to NPC, up to Super Rugby, everything. Right? They don't want to mess around with that, even though they had this sort of assessment last year that came out with a report saying that they need to change the way they do business.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going to come out of that because we haven't heard exactly what the changes are going to be or what the recommendations were. But obviously, if you look at what's happening, if fans just look at Super Rugby compared to NRL, you can tell there's a big difference right there. The popularity, how NRL does the competition. You look at the stands in Super Rugby, it's empty. Some of these games are not packed, man. These games are not packed at all.
Oops, rugby's dying. Rugby is dying here in NZ, man. It's not even it's not exciting to watch anymore.
No, it's not. It's not
Even
exciting.
with bringing the retro jerseys back, bringing flashbacks of what we've done in the past, it's still not enough to get everyone tuned in back on kickoff. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So maybe I don't know, maybe because I like what NRL does with Pasifika Rugby or Rugby League. They're letting the players play for their own countries if they wanted to. They're not greedy. The Kangaroos aren't greedy because they know that they got talent in their ranks anyway. They can let guys like
yeah,
Stephen Crowden go. They don't have to hold these guys back. And you look what's happening during this round, this multicultural round. Like the Islander players are taking photos with the other team, their players, and putting up their flags. So the Tongan guys in one team getting together with the Tongan guys in another team for a photo. put the Tongan flag in front of them, take the photo. Samoan boys are doing that same thing too. You saw that in the Warriors game, right?
Oh,
So
man.
but when was the last time have you seen anything like that in Super Rugby at all in history of it?
Doesn't exist, man.
No. Yeah.
No. So when it comes to pride, real Pasifika pride, even though you play for another team, NRL has done it correctly. There's a unity with the Pacific Island players because of that. You know, because at the end of the season, they're all gonna go play for Toa Samoa or MMT. They're gonna come back together. I wish they had that in Rugby Union, but they don't, because you're gonna see Samoans play for Ireland.
In England.
Maoris play
In
for
England.
Ireland.
Yeah, so yeah, the dynamic is different, And what Manase said about performing monkeys, bro. We've been performing monkeys for Rugby Union for years.
Yeah.
For years. It's when we come out of that and be our own team, funded by our own people, and be our own team. And I thought colonial rugby was going to be that. Colonial rugby was going to be that. That's what I believe. And when they had the chance to be it, when they put their hand up, NZR got jealous and said, "Nah, you're out.
Pushback on it's disgraceful, man.
You guys are out. We'll bring in Brian Williams and Michael Jones because they've already got a team. They've been asking for a team for ages. We'll get them and we'll just control them because we can't control colonial rugby.
Yeah. That's
You
exactly
can't
it.
slap the hand that feeds you. Can't slap the hand that feeds you. I'm not putting blame on those guys. Big ups to those guys because they're trying to empower Pasifika Rugby all these years. But just the politics, man. Just the politics.
Yeah.
That's why I don't support the All Blacks, man. That's why I don't support the All Blacks.
100 below percent, bro.
But the colonization team, that's it. All right, boys. So what's the next one? What's the next story we got? Oh, you put another one up. So the GOAT. You see the GOAT?
Yeah.
Andrew Johns?
He's an immortal, he's not the GOAT. But yeah, carry on.
So he said some interesting things that got my attention. Firstly, he said something that he went on Channel 9 News and talked about when Ivan Cleary was at the coach for the Warriors back in the days. His son Nathan was a little kid, and I think he put him in Mount Albert Lions. Don't quote me on that. I think he played for Mount Albert Lions.
He was at
when he was a kid.
At Mount Albert.
Yeah, and he was saying that because we have weight divisions here in New Zealand, Nathan Cleary could play with kids his own weight. If we didn't have weight restrictions here in New Zealand, he would have played with Island kids that would be twice the size, and he probably wouldn't even play rugby league at all, which means we will never see the Nathan Cleary today. He wouldn't even play league.
Busy, yeah.
So I think that was the conversation around Australia Rugby League should change in terms of having weight divisions. And it makes sense because there's a lot of Polynesians over there. Hey. And we know and we'll probably touch on another thing that came on the website on our Facebook page that relates to this, is because our kids, our Pacific kids are much bigger when they're 12 years old, 10 years old than the Balinese at that age.
Yeah, man.
So I think the solution over there, Australia elites, is they put the kids up another grader, up another age group.
Well, I think we had that article of that guy. Was it at Maris in Sydney? I think it was Sydney. No, it was Brisbane. It was Brisbane, and his son was 6, and he was playing in the under 8s. So he's a 6-year-old. He was probably the same size, or even possibly bigger than the 8-year-olds playing. But mentally, he's probably not on the same age, like the same playing sort of. Yeah, the skill set. Plus, it's his first year of rugby league, first year of contact. you got all those Fia Pokos in the comments section coming at us like, oh, he's not gonna be all there, but it's like, we've heard the grades say that they played upgrades all their whole lives, man, and then when they break into the NRL, it was just the norms. But this is clearly something that's just been missing over in Australia. But if you're 6, bro, if you're like, that's a case-by-case situation. The kid was 6 and he was playing in the under-8s. But even at the under-8s grade, he was still bigger than the majority of the kids. So, I don't know. Weight grade probably might have helped him. But in Queensland, you can only play up 2 grades. So if you're 29, you can only play up to the 31. So it's like that. If you're 15, you can only play till like under 17s. That's as high as you can go. So that's what's restricting the Queensland Rugby League. But if Joey's saying about like Newcastle and Sydney, that might be something that they could look at, as like having that weight restricted grades for open age, or even at the grassroots, like under 10s. Because when we were kids, bro, I swear to God, man, my mate Tony Malanga, 9 years old, playing under 14s restricted rules. No bullshit, man. That was our reality, But he'd make the weight. But I mean, in terms of us getting fungered every week, man, we got ass whoopings every week like we were well fed kids, bro. And that was the norms. That was the norms, man, in the hood, Because it was the only way to keep us together as a group. They would try to play under 12s, but without losing the majority of our players. So we ended up playing under 14s. And, we had some mean hidings, but it was worth it, man, because at least we got our hidings together with all the boys,
Yeah.
And everyone was going the same way, so we could all talk about it when we were getting dropped off one by one.
Yeah.
Your thoughts, Alf?
No, the weight restriction. I just thought that was the norm everywhere, but I didn't know that it doesn't happen over here. But it's just, oh, I don't know. Yeah, it's well, if because there's like oh, and I think I've seen something where there was a kid that trained like he had to cut weight that same day to make a team or something. But he was it was a young kid, and he did like oh no, I think they did coat hangers or something. Oh yeah, do another coat hanger just to cut weight. I don't know. From my own personal experience, like I remember, I was too, I was too big, too heavy to play. I remember in primary school and intermediate, like there was the open, and then there was the weight restriction grade or whatever. But I always had to play in the open because of my weight, And but see me, I just went with the flow. I didn't care too much about it. But yeah, I can understand what uh or Ivan Nathan Cleary playing in the weight restriction because yeah, he's pretty small, compared to the island kids growing up and playing in Auckland. No, but yeah, I'm not. You're not.
And you weren't even a big guy, intermediate. You were like tall
Yeah,
and lean.
no.
So
Yeah,
the
I think I was just
the weight,
big boned.
yeah. So the weight related to that, no. Just you're
Yeah,
just taller guy than all the other kids, yeah,
yeah,
But to think that if Ivan Cleary never came to the Warriors or never got the contract to the Warriors, never came over here, then the question is, would Nathan Cleary still play? Oh, you would, because they will still be in Australia. So the thing is, if we never had the weight restriction, but we do have it here because we know that because our island population is huge.
Normal.
So it's a normal thing.
But it's just the fact that, say, like for example, that kid that we touched on, he was 6 in his first year ever playing, and he had to play under 8s. It would be not fair because he'd be playing against older kids. This would just be sorted, man. Because if he was under 6 and they had the under 6 restricted, under 6 open,
open, yeah,
well then any kid that's over the weight of 55 kgs, can't play in the restricted. Simple. But
Yeah.
then it means that it's an even playing field. He doesn't have to
Yeah.
worry about playing against older kids that are got that, that game functioning sort of like, however the young kids, ever the kamaikis, it's not general rugby, so
Yeah.
that's the only thing that they would sort.
Okay, sweet boys. Moving on. I put a little article up about TikTok, and this is probably a good one for you, since you're a bit of a TikToker. But with your trainings on there.
In my young age, yep.
But because TikTok is owned by China, America's always had this fear of China spying on them. So TikTok's over there, they're trying to ban TikTok over there in America. So they've already written a law to ban TikTok from America.
This is Biden.
And
Biden's
well, Biden said if that paper comes across his desk, he'll sign it. No, ban straight away. But the actual law has to go through the Senate, and there'll be a vote there before it goes to the president. So it's doing its procedure. So if it passes in the Senate, it's going to be banned in America. So no, looks like you won't be going to America to do the TikToks, man.
Wait. This is my opinion, okay? What the fuck has TikTok got to do with the it's just fucking TikTok, man. Come on, man. It's just, people just posting up their life if they're going for hikes. It's
No, the question is, like all social media, it's collecting data of users. So any information you put on Facebook, any information you put on Instagram, any information you put anywhere, it's recorded and taken for someone to use later on, if they do, right? So because Instagram is controlled by Facebook, which is in America, it's an American company. Twitter's an American company. TikTok is a Chinese company. So, you can tell these Americans don't want Chinese to do the same thing what they're doing to the rest of the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But not only that, if you see, like, because if you got a smartphone, like, say, I think if you did it to your phone too, if you grab your GX22 and you need to type in high risks, it will block you from accessing the camera. If you were to default all your apps, especially your TikTok one, because I think with TikTok, if you go through, like if you've got the app that tells you what apps is high risk and what's low risk, like I think Facebook's low risk, but in terms of that versus TikTok's high risk, and it advises you will now let TikTok access your camera. You will now let TikTok access your files. So the second you click on it, while you're asleep, TikTok can go into your files, whatever you've shared to TikTok, and use your photos and say that Ave lives in Korea. That's the difference, man. So that makes a lot of sense for Biden to worry, but it just sounds fucked up because he used one of the campaigns to rally against the company he doesn't want in his country, but that's probably what won him the campaign.
Oh man!
So he's probably got a whole team of guys trying to create something similar to it, but that's American owned.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you guys. Are you concerned about social media taking your data and using it?
Nah, because I have another alias. I knew that from the moment they passed their spy law with .com when they raided him. So yeah, a lot of guys were like real. Oh, nah, it's all good. It's not all good, because then that means that if they need to find you, they can use your ATM card and your Facebook locations, eh? The law can.
And Google.
Yeah, Google and all that stuff. That's why it's good to have your. It's not always good, but it's good to have your logins on a couple of devices, so your tracking is not as visible as what it is, and clear your browser. But all the computer geeks will know how to access your.
Right.
Have you? Are you concerned with all that? Are you concerned with all this stuff?
Well, if they know, but I mean, like, I don't post my bank account or anything, like online or anything, but I do have my bank account on my phone, like the app. You know what I mean? Like, they can go into my phone and go into the app.
Yeah,
Like
they
that?
probably
Is
would.
that what he's mean?
They
Yeah,
probably could.
they probably could.
Oh, so when I log in, like they can watch me like
Say yes.
logging.
Say you
Oh,
haven't browsed it. Say you haven't closed their browser and you left it open, or you've just closed it, but you've gone back. You know, you can slide across.
yep.
Yeah, if that's still open and your TikTok is live, they can they could probably record your screen recording. They can record you punching
Oh,
whatever into the screen without you knowing because they
okay.
got access
That
to
well,
your camera. Mm.
that way, that's pretty. That is pretty scary.
But I mean, it'll be someone who really hates you who do that, eh? So
Yeah.
this is the picture of the guy. He now lives in Ipswich. Can you make sure he's blacklisted? Make sure he can't get a house. He can't get his car. Then he gets the sack next week when he goes for his third shift.
Oh, it's funny. It's funny you guys talk about that stuff. So apparently for work, because we got a work chat, right? And I've been talking to one of the girls on the chat, or I mean at work on the chat, but on our own because it's like a messenger, but we've got our own like. So if I wanted to message her, like we can message each other on the work chat, like we've got our own profiles. And then she was saying, "Hey, I'm just letting you know, delete your messages because we're in the work app and they can read your messages." And then I'm
Oh,
like, "What?" I just thought it was a private message between me and her.
Never.
But
There's never private oops when it comes to work stuff.
yeah,
it's like
I know.
their work Facebook that they have, eh? And
Yeah,
whatever
this.
goes on your emails can be shared into that file as well.
Because at my work, because in the old days we have someone at the meeting to write the minutes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Now they use AI to write the minutes, so you can start your meeting on the Zoom meeting, and in the background AI is just transcripting everything. So what you say is written down in the background.
Yeah.
So
What?
you don't it's technology. You don't need to get someone to write the minutes. You can get a computer to do it for you.
Oh, yeah. It's because So straight away when she told me that, I forgot deleted all these messages, man. I
Have you
fucking
seen dick
deleted these.
pics? Oi, yeah.
All
I
these
straight deleted fucking messages,
s-
From the
bro.
side pics, oi.
all these what are
Yeah.
you doing tonight?
Where you working tonight? Bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
your
no,
pics like this.
straight up, man. Like, see, I'm just, I didn't know that you could do, like, that our work could do that. I'm like, fuck, man. Well, lucky, because I've been messaging two chicks. So I deleted all of the messages, bro.
Oleh, esse aku sa miwa sorry.
Hey, man. Yeah, bachelor, bro.
But I think
Yeah.
I think in reality, when it comes to social media, man, no one really cares.
Well, I hope no one
The
cares.
scary thing is everybody knows they've got their data saved somewhere that the government can take it whenever they want. But the fact
Yeah.
that there's billions of people in this world, millions of people in this world of social media, like no one cares that take their stuff because people have that mindset of that you got nothing to hide. I'm just the average Joe. I'm just a normal person doing
Yeah.
normal stuff. Like the only annoying thing for me is that when I look up something to buy and you buy it, and then that same thing shows up on your feeds every time, like weeks after that,
Oh, yeah.
and it's like shucks, I already bought that, or you type about something, you look up something, and then that same thing shows up all the time. Is that? But they're using your
Is that
data. See,
screw that?
they using your
Screw
data,
that.
bro. That's old, man. That's what happens.
Wait,
That's
wait,
what they're
wait.
doing.
So are you saying this? Okay, this is. I know someone that's like that's had this experience. Okay, guys. So on the Instagram, right? In Instagram, like say for example, you're liking like a a gym pic of a chick, a video, and she's training and like she's looking spot on, right? Like all the angles, everything. So are you saying if you like it, that will come up on your feed, like all of that stuff, like not just like not just that one person, but then Instagram algorithm will like keep sending in those kind of content onto
Yeah,
your Instagram.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Even when you like it,
Do
it
that.
comes up on my page. That
Because what?
you've just liked so and so's photo.
Because what they're trying to do, what social media is trying to do, is trying to find out what you like, so they give you more of that.
Yeah,
So the more you like stuff, the more
Oh,
it
fuck.
knows. The more it knows you like that stuff, and
Oh,
they'll just show
fuck.
you more of it.
there's like the old ladies pic you just liked 20 minutes ago before you jumped on.
No. Oh, bro.
But
Okay.
see, in politics, there's a danger. There's a danger because if you believe in a certain thing, and you're always looking up on it, Facebook's always going to show you that same
Do that.
perspective. You'll never get to see the other side of it because you're not interested in that. You're only going to see stuff you believe in. That's the danger of it. You know.
I just learned something new today, boys. I'm gonna
Like
stop liking
everybody's
those
newsfeed,
videos.
if you look at everybody's newsfeed, they're all different. They're all, if you look at them, they're all towards what that person likes.
Yeah, I just thought
That's how it
because
works.
it's gym content, and like the ladies lifting heavy, and shit, like
Really
I'm just
bad.
liking it. I'm like, bro, man. But then then there's another one that comes, then there's another one. I'm like, hey, yeah, like.
Oos. If there were 5 phones in front of me, right, and one of them was yours phones, and I didn't know which one was yours, and I flick through all the news feeds, and you're the one that there's only one phone there that has the woman training. Oh yeah, that's Avi's phone. That's Avi's phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your phone.
Wow.
All right, boys. Let's move on. Let's do some Fia Poko of the weeks. I'll let you through some up.
Yeah, man, there's a few ways. Like, bro, I don't know why the world is acting like this, bro. But the first one is oh, I don't know if you saw, but there's the dude who punches the lady in Samoa on the main road. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I saw something like that.
But like,
Was she homeless or something?
I don't know, bro. I watched it and I just watched. Man, that is so sick. But shout out to the guy with the colourful ear lava and white Mickey Yafu who stood in between the guy wearing the South African looking jersey. But yeah, that was hard to
Play it. I'll play it. She got no leg. Oh no, it's folded. Oh no. Yo.
yeah, man. Shout out to that guy who intervened there. I think a lot of people like in this day and age will just stand there and watch. But
Like the guy on the phone.
yeah, and this guy would be, even though that guy looked like he had a lot more weight on him, like he's fucked him over but that guy, bro. I wish I was parking up further up and I got out and I just gave him a quick blind shot and told him that he's But yeah, that stuff's not on there.
Yeah. Out in public. Oh. Yeah.
And another one is man. So I started following this guy here, Jaden Lang, the
Oh yeah.
the lifter, and he's doing his own content and stuff. Shout out to that Ballbacks was the spoiler alert saying that who won the Survivor, because Survivor's fucking still going, bro. It's like another A1 contender. I even read on his post when one of the ladies got voted off, and I was like, fucking cunt, spoiler alert, put it on his post, man. And then a couple of days later he posted who won. Gee, Instead of apologizing about the pool load being late, how about you apologize for killing the fucking series for everyone?
He won, let's. Oh,
First, drive our bar, take great. First, man. First, drive our bar, take great. I choose $2.30, otherwise he lied. I need some cash.
Can I just say that they're
Shut up, Boogie.
family endlessly, and I think because he's such a beautiful man.
But he's posted it, man.
I see that guy
It's
won it.
still ages away. Still like another 10 people to go, bro. Fucking. Well, who does that? Fucking kill.
Aren't they like? Aren't they under contract or something, or like a clause that they can't like? They got to keep it, secret or whatever.
Also, all I know is that why are you going to do that? The whole world. So shout out to Josiah for telling me. Also, watch it because something happened. Because I was far all when I saw him posting. Because it's like well ahead of the series, man. Like it's up to series episode 15. We're up to episode 15. So the winner's not coming out until like 20 or something, bro. Fuck. So he's already. See. And then the other one is of those it's posted up by Big Bro J, of those two guys on the basketball court. You see that? The guy wearing the blue zero hair black, and then the guy in the white singlet. I think his last name's Dick. So the cameras is on these two guys, and they're walking around and they want to get a photo.
Rookies, man. Great Dick. He's like, all right, forget it, I'll do it, man. Anthony Black knows exactly what he's doing. He's like, all right, I'm gonna go over here. He agreed to it. I didn't believe he was gonna agree to it. He was like, oh, dude, look. Grady said he gonna do a picture of me, man. Bet. So Anthony Black and Grady Dick going swap first. Now I'm hoping they swap it, but Anthony Black is first and Grady Dick is second. Well, no, I don't hope that. I hope it's crazy. Anyway, however you think about it, it's not gonna come out right. Yeah, that's wild. The NBA gonna find them. The NBA is definitely gonna find them for that, no doubt. I'm all for jersey.
Like, if that's not how you want to get a fine 0 to 100, 101, you gotta be fucking smart about it, eh? Like, I feel like immature, but like, especially because is that guy, would you cast that guy as being Maori?
For jersey.
Why would you do that?
Oh, and the last one is that the mum holding the baby on the bank, man. Right, that's a knock on for me, eh? See now the camera pans around the crowd, like see people. You see the couples up on the bank, one holding the beer, and the two other parents are sitting down holding their baby on the towel. And you see the other mum. I don't know what she's doing, eh? But I was like, oh, surely. If that was me, man, she was getting some harsh words in the car.
Look at that.
What the hell?
That's why she should have just stayed her ass at home. Sorry.
Bro.
Man, like a knock on literally the hill. I'll leave it to you guys, man. So who do you think deserves the Fia Poko of the week? Because in my eyes, I already know who I'll go, but how do you guys choose it?
Oh, my pick will be that Survivor one, bro. That's a big one. I know. I understand. Like you like your Mimika and the guy you're on the island with won, but yeah.
But is it live? Was it live in Australia or here, or was it the same? Is it already finished in Australia, or was it?
No, I think it's still going.
It would still be going.
In Australia, oh.
If anything, there'll be 2 episodes ahead. So he's obviously spoiled for the last 5. Because right now, I've just finished watching it. Because Josiah was like, "Nah, Sully, watch it, man. You gotta watch the last." Like there was a big mystery that happened. So I started watching it. But then he posted that. I was like, nah, I don't want to watch it now.
Wow.
I already know who wins. And Josiah was like, oh, do you know who wins? I go, yeah, Jay already posted it. So I'm like, oh, I killed it, eh?
I think the thing is now to see if it's true. Watch it, see if it's true, eh?
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
that's
the
the other
end.
thing. Yeah, supposed to. But still,
I'll give it to the mum, me.
the mum.
The mum
the
with the
baby.
baby rolling
Man,
down.
how she
The
must
rolling.
sat on his head, man. What the hell?
Yeah.
Gosh.
And the way she went to save him, like she nearly killed the baby herself. Oh.
Gosh.
Okay, boys, moving on. We got any food reviews?
No, I didn't have a
Oh,
feed review.
Oh, didn't you get? Oh, let's no.
No, not this week.
No food reviews. Okay. What have we been watching? Start with you, Abs.
Oh, just I've been watching. There's this guy. He's a YouTuber. He's a white guy. But he takes his family all over the world. And the last clip I saw him, he took them to Hawaii. And he's a Mormon. He's a Mormon guy. I forgot his name, but I've just been watching his content. And he likes to travel. He likes to go fishing, scuba diving. But they did in Hawaii. They call it emu, not a umua, emu.
I have no idea.
Yeah, oh wait, okay. So when he said that, I'm like, I'm sure he's saying it wrong. I'm sure he's supposed to say umu
Mm-hmm.
because the way they did it was like a umu. Yeah, but anyway, man, no, I've been watching his content. And sometimes he'll go out in somewhere in America, Alaska or somewhere, and he'll just stay there by himself. He gets all the wood. He'll stay there for a week by himself, but he takes video, like he'll record everything. It's really I just find it fascinating that the content. I mean, his content is really good. Yeah, nothing too exciting this week, boys. Um, just 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 this guy going with his family overseas, bro.
Any name for the YouTube?
Nah, I'll put it on. I'll put it on our Facebook page.
Okay,
Yeah.
sweet. Yeah, give us a link. How about you? Let's.
No, sorry, I watched that guy. Taku, the one you said.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Pangoka and
He's the
Samoa.
man, eh?
That's pretty hard, can you see? Bro, I had to crack up at the host of the guy who owns the venue, eh? It's like, sorry, are you in South Auckland or are you like, he sounded hoary as he? Nah, what have I been watching? Sorry, I just watched a movie, but that was on the back of Gita and Leroy telling me to watch a film on Netflix. I think it's based around the World War. I think it's called Hex or something.
Oh,
It's on,
Hacksaw Ridge.
yeah, Hacksaw
Hacksaw
Ridge.
Ridge, yeah.
So man, I was like, shut it, man. I think it was in terms of the actual movie and how they recorded it, and then watching it. I think it probably sounded better when Akita told me it as a yarn, as a story. So yeah, I don't know. Hey, getting good at telling stories, man, my girl. But no, I think
But the mo-
yeah, there's some gems in it, eh? Like just some moments, because obviously the guys, him and his two brothers, they enlist in the army, and the dad he went to the First World War or must have served Vietnam, and he's still not right in the head. But now the movie's about a guy's exercised his rights to go to serve the army without
yes,
holding a
no
rifle.
gun, eh?
No
Yeah.
gun. And it's just
Oh, I've
amazing.
seen
Like,
that.
man, like, for what he, so the message of it was like, for what he put himself through, for what he
Yeah.
believed in, and then how he exercises and he achieves his awards while never holding a gun the whole time. Like, just someone who's stood up for his principles, and he was a 7-day Adventist guy, yeah, and it's
Yeah.
amazing. Like, the only thing he had in his pocket was his Bible, and it's
That's
pretty
me
good.
how he
Pretty good
saved
story.
those
But
guys,
like,
eh?
I think like some of the scenes, I'm like, sorry, that's too much fingers. They could have done it better. They could have done it better. You know what I mean? They could have done it better, man. Especially like when the Japanese are jumping up out of nowhere, like and the fire scenes, the live round scenes. I'm like, sorry, man.
What about the scene where you know, he's off the cliff and he's like bringing them down one by one. The
Yeah.
soldiers that are still up there.
Yeah,
I was like,
Oh,
oh,
because we need a North Star rope, eh?
yeah, yeah,
Makes his pretzel size rope in the. But I mean, like, if you think about it, like everything they've done to him to make
yeah.
him leave, so he couldn't go to war,
Quitting.
and all,
Yeah,
like he stood there, you know, and just accepted it. But it's just sad, like how the dad came in there and had that letter signed for
yeah.
him, and that was what got him over the line. But yeah, if you want to watch a 2 hour long series, and you want to know the spoiler alert, spoilers, just make a comment on this episode, and then I'll let you know what happens. Save you all the
Yeah.
drama.
No, that was actually a good movie.
Yeah. So I think the 95th, there was the 96th platoon that got in there when they arrived to Japan and Okinawa, and Hacksaw Ridge is the hill that they had to get over to actually be live in the war. So they were set up at base down the bottom, and this guy who decided to serve saved pretty much what 2/3 of his whole platoon by himself.
They were
They were holding it
up
down.
there.
And he managed to exercise his right as a military servant in the army without
Yeah,
ever being signed off as the arms part of his training.
yeah,
And they even fucking sent him to court. That's the thing that pissed me off the most. When I
yeah.
saw him get taken to
Right.
court, I was like, yeah, now this is stupid, man. That's what's wrong with America right now, eh? Gonna send your own troop for exercising his belief in his right. And
Yeah.
that's where I sort of turned off on the movie. But yeah, I just watched that and just been watching Survivor, man. Shout outs again to Jaden Lang for the spoiler alert, man. But shout outs to Josiah for telling me to carry on watching it because it did get good. But you, Games, any movies?
Yeah, man. I watched a whole bunch of movies this week. But I want to talk about two of them, or one of them actually, or two in one. But the list for this week, I watched the Bob Marley One Love movie, and I watched the new Ghostbusters movie. But the movie I want to talk about is the new Roadhouse, the remake.
Oh, bro, that's what I want to watch next.
What's that on Netflix?
So it's on Prime, Amazon Prime. But you appreciate if I know you let's man, like if you're a bouncer, you already appreciate the movie Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze back in '89 being the bouncer.
I think I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Yeah, I'll watch it later.
But no, it was a bit of a underground hit for back in the '80s, the original Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze. I know Patrick Swayze, he's popular for the Pasifika women back in our age, back in the days, because of Dirty Dancing. You know, everyone loves Dirty Dancing.
Yeah.
Patrick's crazy in that. But you know, with the guys, you know, with the fellas, we like our kung fu, we like our action. You know, Roadhouse is one of the movies that's sort of outside the Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Van Damme sort of movies. Sort of outside, but still within the same type of movies that we like to watch.
Okay.
So I
Guilty
think
pleasure
Patrick
sounds
Swayze-
like
Huh?
a guilty pleasures.
Yeah, it sounds like a little guilty pleasure because it is Patrick Swayze, you know. But back then there was hardly any movies other than Sly and Arnold that we got into. But I think Roadhouse, the original Roadhouse, it's one of those movies where there's a lot of fighting that we can relate to. You know, there's drunks at the bar getting beaten up. And he's like a bouncer, so we can sort of relate to that. But I think for a lot of Pacific Islanders, especially for me, I remember there's a particular scene where your dad says, "Nah, you go to bed." In Roadhouse when it's on. You know, I don't know if you hire Roadhouse from the video store, bring it home to watch it with the family. Then that certain scene comes on, and next minute you're in bed trying to go to sleep. But nah, man. But I watched the remake with Jake Gyllenhaal. He's the Patrick Swayze in the new one.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the same story. They've changed a little. They've got some of the same dialogue, same things happen, but in a modern take. So it's not a bar. It's not like a shack bar in the middle of America. It's on the edge of the coast in Florida, in Miami. There's a bar there right on the beach. and Jake Gyllenhaal, he's a UFC fighter that he left UFC because he killed the guy he was fighting against, and he decides to like just be a bouncer at places. So he ends up being a bouncer at this bar, and it's the same sort of thing. If you watch The Roadhouse, there's like that rich guy who wants to take control of the area, and he sends all these gang guys to go and mess up the place, so they can close the Roadhouse down. So it's the same kind of story. But the bad guy in the new Roadhouse is Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
He's the bad guy. And
Does he act well?
Bro, I gotta say, Conor, don't go acting in movies ever again, bro.
Oh, what?
Oh no.
Really?
Oh man, he is really, really bad in my opinion.
Yeah.
Bad actor. I think they just told him to be yourself, just be whoever you think this bad guy should be. And he was like, "Oh yeah, okay." But
He's
man,
already a dick.
he's a dick, man. And like, he plays himself as he plays his character in UFC. You know how he's doing the promos and all that. Like it's like that sort of thing, but it's like sort of cartoonish at the same time.
Shit.
You understand when you watch the film. But nah, man, it's got good fight scenes. I think it's it's more PC than the original because there's hardly any tits in the new one, and there's it's pretty mellowed down when it comes to that sort of stuff. But no, the fight scenes are good. I give it out of 5. Give it a 3. Give it the average 3. I think the first one is better, I think, or not. I don't know. Do you guys remember Do you guys remember the first one?
I've never seen the first one.
Oh, it's like you can't imagine Patrick Swayze being like a Chuck Norris type, do you? But
Nah, he was pala'ai on that. Remember when Baby's dad came in and rescued that girl, and he was like, "I'm responsible."
He's had a funny career, old Patrick Swayze. Like the woman, they love him, The woman love him because of Ghost, and because of Dirty Dancing. I think Roadhouse was his chance to shine in front of the men. Be like a role model for the men. Yeah, like be a tough dude, tough guy, action kind of guy.
Be a bad man.
But it didn't really work out in the end. Like we don't really remember him for that, being a tough guy.
Oh.
But 3 out of 5. I give the new Roadhouse. Go watch it on Amazon Prime. And forgive me if you get annoyed by Conor McGregor, but his acting sucks.
That's the only reason why I watch it.
His acting sucks.
Oh wow!
First of all, you know that he'll kick Jake Gyllenhaal's ass in real life.
Yeah.
So automatically you're fooled there. All right, boys. I think it's time to wrap up, I think the Manly Seagulls are about to start playing, so better watch my team. But any last words? We'll go for last words. You,
just keep grinding. If you're going through things, don't be afraid to reach out and keep smiling.
Nice. That's a great one. Oh man, just before we finish up with our last words, I just want to congratulate Jared Howard Hargreaves
for
300 game. I think for a guy like that who served his club so long, man, and even just taking off the 300, like that's a massive feat, man, especially in NRL. I think if I saw him on the street, I'll give him a high five and say congrats, man, because he's probably up there with one of the best props that New Zealand's ever produced in the NRL. I reckon in a day and age, this guy went head to head with Brent Todd. This guy will keep on Brent Todd every day. Another one's to Peter Fatialofa, rest in love, but on his induction to the Pacific Hall of Fame as well. So congratulations to the Fatialofa family on their old man's achievement. Before there were the Toilangis, there was Peter Fats. And this guy literally moves pianos, man, as a living. So anyone who can pick up a piano like a tennis ball, bro, it's got to be built like a tank, But my last words is yeah, try and look for happiness in the small things that you do. Celebrate every small one that you have. Not many people take the time to take a deep breath and breathe when it's a beautiful thing to be alive. So nah, man, shout out to you guys, still putting in the work and working the clock. I'm still enjoying my R&R Malolo for a few more days, I suppose, or a few more weeks. But nah, yeah, you know what it is.
Know what it is?
All right. Yeah, I'll probably shout out to the skip of the Blues, Patrick Tupulotu, for getting his 100th game this week. And an important game because we beat the Crusaders finally at home in the park since 2014. A long time since we beat them at home.
Who's counting those?
10 years.
Wow, 10 years. But nah,
10 years.
I actually watched the game. It was a good win there. It was a good win for the Blues. And even though at the back of my mind, I'm thinking, okay, it's not the Crusaders team from last year, but you know, a win's a win. Win's a win, and we'll take that stat. We'll take the stat. So yeah, man. So my last words. Thanks to you boys for jumping on MTL Clip again. It's been a pleasure talking to you guys every week to see what's good in the hood and abroad. Now we've got our Brisbane connection, our Australian connection, our branch over there.
Correspondent. Hey.
We could probably start throwing some magazines out your way. Yeah, put them out in the supermarkets over there.
Or
Put them in some Coles over there.
Coles and Woolies.
Yeah, man. Nah, man, it's all good, boys. We'll be back next week. And ka kite ano. Is that how you say it? Let's get the fuck out of here.